going on, guys? Repairs and reviews here. Christmas has come early. Been doing unboxing of my latest purchase, or purchases, and then we'll get to a couple little tests. Nothing big or fancy. I plan on doing a full review once I get to use these things and can actually get an honest, real-world opinion of them. So, look at that. I have heard many good things about Milwaukee tools, cordless in specific. I own all snap-on cordless stuff. I have some Cobalt stuff at home. I even have DeWalt. So I've got a little bit of everything. I've never had a Milwaukee, have no experience with them, so we're gonna unbox these, give a couple little tests, then I'm gonna do a full review on one or both of the main items. So let's just dig in here. Now I've opened this, and the reason I've opened this is so I could charge one of the batteries that came with it. Everything else has been untouched. So let's dig in here. Got another battery. Got two of these M12 2-amp batteries. Got the M12 fuel impact driver. This is the 2453 impact driver. I've heard this is very powerful. It claims to have 1,200 foot-pounds, which if you do the math, that's 100 foot-pounds for an impact driver. That's, I almost don't believe it. So we're gonna do a couple quick tests, and like I said, we're gonna test that theory. 100 foot-pounds. We'll see. I do have a fully charged battery, so, and I will charge the batteries when I do the test. Let's pull it on out here. Got all our little manuals and everything. Just the box. Get this out of the way. Pretty heavy. It's got good weight to it. For something this size, I would have thought that it would have been lighter. Of course, you get all your stuff here. Was that a sticker? Oh, figures. They don't give away stickers. This is the battery that I've charged. It's fully charged. So go ahead and throw this in here. And got a nice light on it. Now for my research, this has two modes, kind of a low for torque and a high for really driving stuff, you know, really getting on it. So, you know, it seems very nice, good quality for something that's not really made in the US. This is actually, well, I don't know. Professionally made in China by Milwaukee. Yeah, it's not made in the US. It's got US on there. They're trying to get you. They're trying to trick you. It says professionally made in China. I don't know how that works, but it's got a battery gauge on it. That's low. I'm going to click it to number 2. And this is high. This is balls to the wall. So we're going to see how that works. Put this to the side. See what else we got. This is the 12 volt M12 2457 3/8 cordless ratchet. been looking into getting a cordless ratchet for some time, and honestly they were way too high on the truck. The snap-on man definitely was high. I'm sure it's worth it, but he was high. The Mac man wasn't really any better. Not that there's anything wrong with either of them, but you know, I'm kind of on a budget. I don't, for as much as I think I'll use this, because I work on heavy trucks, semi trucks, over the road kind of stuff, so I didn't know how well it would hold up. Just the manuals and stuff. Just put that back. This has the same feel as the impact driver. Very, very nice to the touch. Rubberized where you need it. Kind of got some weight to it too. You notice the size of this head. It's about almost half the size of my air ratchet that I have at work. So hopefully this will squeeze a whole lot more places. That's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see how this goes here. That's got a nice light on it too. Also has the battery indicator. It's pretty nice. Oh, and it's got a lock on it, so you can lock it if you're carrying it in a tool bag or something. It won't go off if the battery's in it. Speaking of tool bags, the last item is a Milwaukee Tool Bag. At first glance, I thought this was just like every other tool bag that you get with tools. Like I got a small one with my snap-on, but this is quite a bit bigger and seems a lot nicer than the little snap-on one I've got. So then again, I think they just may have like a couple bags they throw with everything. So this is made for carrying, you know, this, that, a 1/2 inch drive cordless, which is heavy, so it's got some weight to it. I guess this is just made to compensate for all of that. You can throw them all in there. So a really nice bag, and I do stuff on the road. So this might become my new go-to for just throwing stuff in, going on the road with whatever I need to. Alright, so we'll do a couple little tests here, and this is just something that I grabbed out back. It's an old Briggs & Stratton flathead, came off of a push mower. Don't really know what's going on with it, but it's not really worth my time, so we're just gonna play around with this stuff. I'm gonna go for these head bolts here. There's 6 of them, so we're gonna see what the 3/8 will do. The cordless ratchet. Let's see what that'll do. Unlock it. Go in the right direction. Now this really isn't made for breaking stuff loose, but we're going to give it a try. Wow. Wow. Alright, well that wasn't very tight at all, so I'm trying to think of a challenge for the impact driver. If that claims to have 100 foot-pounds or 1,200 inch-pounds is how they advertise it, I want to see it in action. I want to give it a challenge. That actually is very nice. And you notice the battery blinking. That is kind of an indication that it's not going to go any further and you need to stop. Because if you just hold it, it stops. It stops it. Even if you're holding the button, it will stop it and kind of warn you that, hey, you know, get something else. This isn't really working. But also, you can use it as a real ratchet too. So if this isn't really breaking it loose, you can Damn. You can break it loose yourself. I actually put that back fairly tight. I wasn't expecting that. You can break it loose by hand and then ratchet it. So, alright. Let's see what the cordless impact driver will do. This is the one I've been waiting for, because I don't know if I believe 1,200 inch-pounds or 100 foot-pounds. I've got the adapter for a 3/8 drive, and this has a feature, supposed to have a feature from what I've seen, just pushes in. You don't have to release the detent or anything to actually get it in there. You got to release it to get it out, but it just pushes in. It's really nice. My snap-on impact driver does not have that, so that's a nice feature. So we're going to see what this will do. Of course, it'll do, if the 3/8 drive ratchet will do this, then I know this will. We'll do all of them. Oh, that one felt like it was in there. For an impact driver, something that you can drive screws in with, this seems very powerful. Let's try it in low. Let's just see what that'll do for us. Nah, that's not going to do much. This is kind of slow and steady in one. So if you need to do like interior work, something light, small hardware, something where you don't need a whole lot of torque, this is kind of the setting for you, low, and you can actually make it go as slow as you want, so you don't have to go all or nothing. It's got a lot of control. I want to try and find something that this thing will struggle with a little bit, so let's see here. I'll try and get this muffler off, so I'm going to take the bracket out. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Alright. Well, I forgot about that. These have tabs that bend over, so that might not be a good test. I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time doing this, but I really want to give this thing a good test. I mean, what I originally thought of was head bolts, but apparently they're not really that tight, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to do another video once. I'm going to use this the rest of the week. Both of these, get some real world experience at work, and I will be back with a real world testing honest review, and I plan on breaking out my snap-on digital torque wrench. I mean, we're gonna go pretty high tech for this, so I'm gonna find some stuff and I'm gonna torque it to 100 foot-pounds, and we're gonna see if that thing will actually break it loose, and then we're gonna see if it'll put it back to 100 foot-pounds, which I highly doubt. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna get a fairly new snap-on torque wrench. I know it's calibrated. It's probably less than 6 months old. It's the new version of their digital torque wrench. So we're gonna get that out here, and I'm gonna find some stuff, and we're gonna test both of these things and see just how strong or weak they are. So stay tuned for that. These things feel very solid quality, and I think these things say, and I didn't know this had this good a warranty, 5-year warranty. 5-year warranty on the tools. And I think it's either a 2 or 3-year warranty. I'm pretty sure it's 2 on the batteries. Actually, it might say on here. Yeah, 2. 2-year warranty on the batteries. So I'm going to give this thing a go, and I'll be back with a real world review. This is Repairs and Reviews. Thanks for watching.